Now I will demonstrate some uses of the SediMeter. We've placed it here inside a holder tube, but with a turbidity sensor above the holder tube, inside a tank which contains some dirty sand and water. So we've been cleaning out some of the dirt, but there's still organic material left in the water that makes it dark. On the monitor, I'll change the scales to the default scales here and turn on all the channels. So now we can see the water up here and the bottom down here. Now, to get some action, we will pour in a little bit of sand. I'll start with this a little bit coarser sand. It's measuring every 10 seconds, so it should soon pick up the signal. Starting to make a difference now on the bottom. Now let me show you the use of this for monitoring. Down here it says present situation. Here we can see how much accumulation or erosion there's been since the baseline, but we didn't set the baseline. So let's go here to monitoring, and here we can set the start level. So we can go to the data table and see what the original level was. The original level from the SediMeter is 6.80 centimeters. We'll put 6.80 here. And then we go back to present. Now we can see we've had 0.53 centimeters of accumulation. Over here we can set the threshold for alarm. Let's put it at 1 centimeter and turn on the alarm, like so. And then we can continue to put some sand in. Slowly, slowly. You'll see down on the bottom that the sand we're putting in is white. It's from Miami, coral fragments and stuff. So it's falling on top of the dark layer that came from the organic material in the water. So it's very clear how much has accumulated. You also notice how the sediment concentration in the water increases a bit when I put in the sediments. That's the stipple line there. I will now take a little bit finer sediments and put in. Now we had the first alarm. Accumulation has reached above 1 centimeter. And every time there is a new measurement, it will now sound the alarm again. Now as you can see, the solid blue line, which means the sediment concentration, the turbidity rather, the turbidity in the sensor which is above the holder tube is now going up because I'm putting in finer sediments that stays a longer time in the water and thus contributes more to the turbidity in the water. I'll turn off the alarm to not have to hear that anymore. Okay, let's look at this now. We've had 2.7 centimeters of accumulation. The accumulation is measured by the SediMeter with this red line here, and by the software here in the PC with this black line. And they are the same, the line is the same. This here is the turbidity measured up in the above the holder tube by the dedicated turbidity sensor, and this is the one measured by the top 6 inside the holder tube. And as you see, it's higher because they are affected by the backscatter in the holder tube. You can take that away by adjusting for it here. This is what it is without adjustment. So we should actually adjust it a little bit more. Now, there, now it's about the same. And then we have the temperature in the water and the battery. We turn those off and those, and now we just have the level. And up here you can see the intensity, and that increase in level is reflected up there and analyzed and interpreted down here. Just to show you, we'll put the scale so it highlights exactly that change. We'll go from 6 to 10 centimeters. And here we'll also go from 6 to 10. Well, actually I'll go to 11 so you see above it. So you see it picks up the details. Now we had a very quick accumulation of sediments. But if you have a very slow addition, you will see that this creates a very straight and nice line. So it can pick up very subtle sedimentation events. And the best thing is you can see when it happens. So you don't have to guess, but you know exactly when it happens. You can correlate it to other events such as rainfall or waves or currents.